Welcome back to Vagabond, Gypsy, Tarot, and Oracle. Today we are doing our connecting with your child spirit energy. So today we have 3 piles. You can pick a pile, and this is a reading on what your child self wants you to know. So this is a message from your child self. So we have pile 1 here, and this one has fairy dust in a little necklace bottle, and it's got a mermaid on it. I love this. I got this at the Renaissance Festival. I actually haven't opened it yet. So I thought that would be a fun one. Let me find the decks here. Let me see which deck this is. Okay. I had to take a look. I have not used these decks yet. This is the Mystical Medley's Vintage Cartoons Tarot. So if you're not a little more older in age, you might not know a lot of these, but they're fun. And then we have Tinkerbell. This Tinkerbell hangs on one of my plant, the edge of the pot. So I kind of keep her hanging on the edge of one of my plants. And this tarot deck is Dungeons and Dragons. And then that's pile 2. And then we have pile 3, which is wishes and fairy dust. So actually you could consider the first one kind of mermaid dust. This one's fairy dust, and it says wishes on it. Yes, you can't really see that it's there. There we go. You can kind of see that it says wishes, and it has a fairy charm on it. So we have a mermaid with fairy dust. Let's just call it fairy dust. And then I have Tinkerbell, and then I have wishes with a fairy charm and fairy dust. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And actually pile 3, I have to tell you what that is. That is the garbage pail kids. Some of them are kind of gross, but that's okay. I thought it was kind of cute. It's connecting to our child, right? So let's go ahead, and you can all take a look at these piles here and see which one resonates with you. And then we will see you back at pile 1. Okay, welcome back, pile 1. I have my unicorn and my Monster High doll as well. And then I put your little charm on top of the unicorn. So let's go ahead and pick some cards and see what your child self has to say to you. A message from your child self. Five of Cups. And 5 is about problems, disorder, can be kind of chaosy. So let's see what else we have. So your emotions might be a little high. Then we have 3 of Swords here. 3 is about groups and discussion and clearing things up, growth, expression. So we have emotions and reason. And we have the 9 of Wands, so we have fire as well. And 9 is about making things happen. Okay, so to start out with this Five of Cups here, we have a message from your child self saying that your child self wants you to bring your child self back. You have completely lost your child spirit. Your child self is saying, we don't see any child spirit left in you much here at all. It's like you are, you have lost your spirit in many ways. And with that Three of Swords there, we have the, because of, things that have happened in your life, sadness that has happened, it's toughened you up and you just forgot how to find joy. I know you can't really find joy in sadness, but through life you've experienced some loss and heartbreak, and it's made you forget about that spark that's left inside of you from your child's spirit. You need to re-engage with that spark, because I feel like children know how to forget about sadness pretty quick, and that's what the message is here. They want you to focus on the now and the future, basically. And with this Nine of Wands here, we have a fire card. The Nine of Wands is saying that, yeah, you've had some courage testing going on. People are messing with you, and they're hardening you up, and you're forgetting that you need to lighten up a bit. Let's pull some other cards here. I'm going to pull some clarifiers. So I'm just pulling out this deck. It's a cute little deck I got. It's called the Sweet Foragers Tarot. So let's pull out some clarifiers with the Sweet Foragers. So what is this Five of Cups? This Five of Cups, this conflict, this instability. So we have the Three of Wands. So three, again, is about engaging in expression and being able to let things go. I feel like that's your childlike message, is how I just said that children are able to, it's like they can forget that sometimes that something negative happened in some ways, not always, but they can kind of move on and move past that initial roadblock. It seems like children have this spirit of forgiving and forgetting that we forgot how to use. The Three of Wands is about teamwork and working together. Again, we have the Three of Swords as well, so that's another card of heartbreak and loss, as I said, but you might need to work together with somebody to get through this heartbreak, to get past this heartbreak. And I feel like that other working with somebody is working with your child's spirits. I don't know if it's about being around children. Let's see if we can get a clarifier on this Three of Swords. This loss, this, besides the loss of your child spirit. So this Ten of Cups here is about emotions as well. And the Ten of Cups is family. So you may have lost a member of your family in the past, and you've just never been able to get over it. Because I feel like at one point your cups were full with this Ten of Cups, like everything was perfect emotionally, everything was going along the way that it should. And then this Three of Swords came in and messed with you. Heartbreak, maybe a divorce, maybe a death that caused this heartbreak. But your child spirit wants you to be able to move beyond this sadness of whatever caused this hardening of your heart, basically. Look at this Three of Swords. Basically, there was so much sadness that happened with either this divorce or this loss that that caused you to harden your heart. And children's hearts, they just don't seem to, they can get mad and throw tantrums, but they just like get over things. You know what I mean? You can't get over as an adult, obviously, and in life when things happen, you can't really just like forget about things that happen and get over it. If there's a loss in your life, you have to work through it. But your childlike spirit wants you to remember the good things of that either relationship that ended, and remember what brought you to that relationship in the first place. And maybe by connecting with the beautiful thoughts that you can remember, rather than focusing on the anger or the Nine of Wands, testing your resilience, how it maybe ended. Maybe you can bring yourself to the point where there was true love in this relationship, and there probably still is love in this relationship, but hurt and anger. And if there's some way that you can connect to your to the happy times in this relationship, and remember that the relationship has ended now, and that doesn't mean your life has to end and you have to live in this this moment in time for the rest of your life. It's like a purgatory. And children are good at getting out of that kind of a purgatory. They don't like, they get it off their chest and they're done with it, usually. Yeah, I mean, little kids are able to like throw their tantrum and then be done with it. And that's the message from your child spirit, is throw your tantrum and then be done with it. Let's see if we can pull a Alice in Wonderland Oracle card here. And I am going to use the same decks for all three of these, just so that we don't, so we're fair here, I guess. We'll use the same decks for clarifiers. Okay, so let's see what the Oracle message is for you from your child spirit. So yeah, I feel like, it took me a bit to get there, but I feel like there was a lot of hurt, a lot of anger, a lot of conflict, change, stability. I don't feel like it was like a physical death, actually. I feel like it was more of a divorce or a separation or a breakup. And you've hardened yourself, and this is where you're at. And your child spirit wants you to throw your tantrum cry, throw your tantrum, and then let it go. All must have prizes, trying to please everyone. So 13 breaks down to 4, which is about stability. And I feel like you might be like caught in this loop of feeling sorry for yourself and feeling cheated, and you feel like you lost out. That's why that all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. I feel like, and this is where I think this 9 of Wands comes in as well. I feel like part of the reason that this ending of this relationship happened was because you were the one that was doing all for everybody and nobody was doing anything for you. Or you were doing all for one person and they weren't doing anything for you. But in a sense, this is kind of an eye-opener, because right now, if this was a relationship that ended, it's like now you have the prize as well. It feels like a negative, but in a way, you're at the beginning of clearing away this negative energy. And knowing what's best for you is not to be involved in this anymore. Don't let this person's energy bring you into this purgatory of, I feel like you're questioning yourself and that you kind of blame yourself as well. This is ending up to be the better result for you. You refusing to give away your energy anymore to somebody who's not willing to give their energy back to you. You're choosing you, and you're choosing what's better for you and what would serve you versus what would serve everybody else. Because all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. That's you saying, that's you trying to please everyone around you, but you never find that pleasure. And children can always find pleasure, even if they're on their own in their room, playing with their stuff. They can find pleasure in their own environment. Kids are resilient that way. They can play in their room for hours. I shouldn't say all children, but children have imaginations and a way of thinking in their mind that we lose it as adults. And your child spirit wants you to, if you can, start remembering. So anyways, I do feel like this was more of a breakup or a divorce type situation. Somebody taking advantage of you and, you doing all and them doing none. So, and there was a point when it was beautiful. And also, like I said, you should go back to that point and remember the beauty that was there as well, so that you don't harbor that hate. But also remember that it's finished. And sometimes I think that is a good lesson for a lot of people. Like, if we could just bring ourselves back to the beauty of once what was, then maybe we can and certainly don't analyze between the beauty and the end, because the end is already here. This is finished. This relationship is done. And so what you have to do is bring yourself back to the beauty of what was, and then remember that you are good enough and worthy to have that again with somebody else. So I think that is it for this reading. You can stick around for pile 2, and we'll see what happens there. We'll see you back at pile 2. Welcome back, pile 2. This is your reading here, what your child spirit wants you to know, a message from your child spirit. We have Tinkerbell here wrapped around all the garland, and we have the unicorn, and we have my monster high doll. So let's go ahead and see what we've got for okay. So this is a bit of a different deck. So we have the Star card, and then we have the 3 of Wisdom in the Major Arcana. And this 3 of Wisdom is about taking time to celebrate, taking time to celebrate the simple joys of life. There's been a celebration that needs to take place. And that is 3 of Cups, basically. So that's the Wisdom in the Minor Arcana. So 3 is about groups and expression. And then we have this King here. This is the King of Strength. So he is about leadership. This is like the wands. Sorry, it's more like this is more like the swords. This is the swords here. King of Swords. So this is about reason. Quick acting. The Star is about hope. New visions. I like this Star card. So let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers. Now, these are your your pulls for the what your child spirit, the message your child spirit wants you to know or give you. With the friendships card here, the Circle of Friends, I think your child spirit wants you to connect back to your friends. Let's use this. I'm using the Sweet Foragers Tarot deck here as a qualifier, and then we have the Alice in Wonderland Oracle for your final message. So let's see qualifier. Okay. So we have the Empress card. Your child spirit wants you to connect with your creative side, and working together with your friends. Hang out with your friends more. Let's get a qualifier for this King of Swords here. Strength. Look at that. There's an owl there. That might be a spirit message as well. If owl is your spirit animal, or if you have a family member that has an owl as a spirit animal. My mom's spirit animal was owl. So with this King of Swords here, and the Strength card next to it. I feel like there may be somebody in your life somehow that is kind of pulling rank on you, possibly. And your child spirit wants you to be able to speak your voice and speak your opinion, especially with that expressions in the 3 here, the 3 card. And then we have the 4 card, which is about foundations. And 8 is about taking action. So I feel like you've been, like I said, pulled rank on. And it's made you lose some of your spirit. And I feel like you need to take back that that spirit of what this person has pulled away from you. I feel like this person has completely pulled away something that is the essence of you. And I feel like your child spirit wants to smack you in the face and say, wake up. This is not you. You never would act like that before. And the Star card is hoping that your child spirit is saying, open up your eyes. Clarity. If you can see clearly, you can see that this is not how you are, not how you would act, not how you would be. And this person that's kind of pulled the rank on you is has changed you, and your child spirit wants you to reconnect with your friends. They know you have friends still, like a group of close friends, maybe even from childhood. And they want you to connect to that energy. Like, even if it's just in thought, go back to your group of friends when you were a child or younger, and how you had fun and did things and went out and partied or whatever you did, and you had that free spirit attitude. I feel like this King of Swords here is messing with your reasoning. This is the suit of air and reason. And I feel like they've made you believe something that isn't true. And the Star card is from your child spirit wants you to open your eyes and see that. The Emperor, and the Emperor here, I think I might have said Empress, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. I meant Emperor. I feel like there's even like a parental figure that might see the changes in you as well. Somebody that you love and respect, and somebody that is always there for you. It could be a family member, but I feel like there's somebody there that also has seen the changes in you, and they know that you can, once you see the reality here with the Star card, that you are strong enough to get past this manipulation. I feel like there might be some manipulation going on, and your childlike spirit wants you to reconnect with everything that brings that whimsy and that childlike spirit back to you. Take a moment to sit back and think about it, and it doesn't even really need to be childhood memories, although yes, that too, but I'm even thinking as younger teenagers, and that free spirit that you may have had in your teenage years, where you just go out and, like I said, party, hang out with your friends, when you felt like life was invincible. You were never gonna, nothing could harm you. Let's see what our oracle message is. You are rare and free. There are not many like you. So that's why I said with this parental figure, noticing this big change, and the people around you are noticing this big change, and I feel like they just can see that even people that might not know you that well can see that you're just not you. I feel like you're trying to fit into some situation with this king of, because it's right on top of the card I want to reference. I feel like you're trying to be something that you aren't. And this breaks down to 2 numerologically, with 11, 1 and 1 is 2. I feel like you need to get the balance back in your life, and that's what the Strength card is here for. And I think that you're trying to, I don't know if you're trying to be like somebody else, or this person is telling you that you ought to be more like somebody else. But I feel like there's no way that will work out anyways, because you stick out as being different in ways, in a good way, because I feel like people notice that, and that's why I feel like this Emperor energy, and even your friends group knows that you are not being you. And once you wake up to that clarity of that Star card, I feel like you'll realize, and you'll get yourself back. I feel like this is the good thing about this one, is I feel like your child spirit just needs to give you a little kick, and you're there. I feel like you kind of know it already. Kind of like the first group reading. I feel like you already know it. And strength, the Strength card here, I feel like is about you taking control with self-love as well. I mean, taking control of you again, taking you back. And it's really about self-love as well. I mean, you are where you are. I feel like you already like yourself too. That's where I think this rare and free comes in. I feel like this is a isolated situation that has come up, which is also quite rare. I feel like this is not something that's been going on for a long time. I feel like it definitely is something that's come up out of nowhere. And this reading so far may be really important for pile twos, because they might be so manipulated by this the sweet words of this King of Swords that they're just not seeing straight right at this moment. So I think that this pile is like a quick catch and a right moment, right time situation, you know, this reading. So I feel like this might be specific to a few, you know, if you resonate with this pile. I think that obviously this pile was meant for you. So again, with this Three of Cups here, this is about friendships. I love that there's butterflies above here too. This is just a beautiful, magical card. It's telling you to go back to your circle of friends that are there waiting. It's almost as if you haven't even, it's almost as if they see it and they're ready for you to come back in to the circle and celebrate. I feel like they know and they aren't saying anything. It's almost like they're trying to let you figure it out yourself. But they definitely see the changes, because it's rare. This is not you. It like sticks out like a sore thumb, along with this Emperor, and you could even say Empress. I mean, we're looking at feminine, masculine energy as well. So I mean, it could be like I said, a parental group, somebody that you see as a parent. So, and I don't really I don't really think the Strength card is as strong as sometimes it is in a reading. I think it's just almost there as a, like I said, a spirit message. Because I don't think that once you open your eyes, it's going to take that much for you to be like, yeah, you're right. So I don't think it's going to take a lot of the strength that a lot of times this Strength card exudes. And actually, if you're looking at this now that I'm looking at it, I had mentioned it before, the owl, it's not a lion. So it's a wisdom thing. It's about knowing. The strength is in knowing that this is not you. I like that, actually. It's more of a wisdom strength, not a physical, lion-hearted. This is more coming from within. The strength within for you to see the reality. I really do like that. I actually really do like that version with the owl. It brings on a whole different version of the Strength card. So it's about taking action. And you certainly will take action once you realize this King of Swords energy, but it's just between the Star and the King. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and we will see you back at pile 3 if this didn't resonate with you. Okay, welcome back, pile 3. This is the fun one here, the goofy. We'll put our little fairy dust wishes there. So this is kind of the funny deck. I mean, they're all cute, but this one's funny. So let's see what our childlike spirit wants us to know. I think if you pick this pile, That could be a funny person. King of Wands. King of Fire. Five of Cups. Look at that. It's like a little Day of the Dead. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Okay, so emotionally there's some instability going on here. And let's see here. The Hanged Man. There's Aries upside down. Look at it, goofy. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so numerologically we have, as I said, instability, questioning of accomplishments with the Hanged Man, possibly. 8 can be about taking action and accomplishments. I think it has to do with accomplishments here. Let's see. Well, I shouldn't say that. Let's pick our qualifiers here. I'm going to do a qualifier for the King of Wands in this case and the Hanged Man. I did it usually for the first two. So we have the Divine, which is the High Priestess. And then we have 9 of Crystals, which is Pentacles. Okay, so we have the King of Wands here, as I said, which is about fire, alpha male type energy, charming, courageous, obviously. And then we have the Divine Feminine in all of her glory here, and that is the High Priestess. Intuition. With the 5 of Cups here, as I said, I feel like there's feeling of loss and regret, possibly. Feeling abandoned. And then we've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is about financial gain, how you want your life to look. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is about sacrifice. In this case, we have the little dude hanging next to him. It's as if he's like, well, I'm here to hang with you. Let's look at that little dude as being your child spirit. Your child spirit is saying, I want you to wake up and see things the way that they were when you were a child, how you would react to a situation when you were a child. Your child spirit is right there with you in this pile 3. I feel like you have, with this 9 of Pentacles card here, being the card of luxury and financial gain, pleasures. I feel like you're trying to reach for something. I almost feel like it's the card of your family legacy had this much, and now you need to prove that you can have that much and more. I feel like you're really trying to fight to get more money. And I feel like this King of Wands person here is somebody who's kind of instigating this energy, kind of making you feel like you need to prove. They want you to like carry on a legacy, but they also want you to do it their way. And intuition is kicking in here, and there's things that you want to do that are different than what they wanted you to do to get to this Nine of Pentacles point. And I feel like the Five of Cups is there with the turmoil, the conflict, the instability of your goals and the King of Wands goals. And I feel like when you were a child, you always knew what you wanted to do and how you wanted to do it. I feel like you were one of those people that always knew what you wanted to do and how you wanted to do it. And I think you've lost that a little bit, and I think your child spirit is right there with you going, wake up, hello, I'm here with you, I'm right next to you, and you are not you. You are conforming to something that you are not. I feel that's where your child spirit is on this with the message. They're like, hello, this is not you and you know it. And your intuition knows this too. You have this High Priestess energy all around you. It's about trusting yourself, and you always have. And I feel like at this point, something has made you not. And it's emotional with this Five of Cups roller coaster thing going on here. I feel like this Five of Cups is just like, I think the King of Wands is making you feel this Five of Cups, like you'd be letting somebody down if you didn't do something this way. Let's pull your Oracle card. I know it's a bit early, but I still want to add it in here for some reason because I feel like there's more to this. Okay. Impossible things. Working through disbelief. Imaginative leaps. Fresh perspective. I think you're the fresh perspective in this case. I feel like this King of Wands energy is the patriarch of the family trying to tell you that your way is not going to work because it's not the way things were done. And with this 34 breaking down to 7, it's about control, taking control. And that could come from both ends. Actually, that could come from this King of Wands energy, or it could come from you, this divine. I feel like this King of Wands is stubborn and refusing to believe that any kind of action that you have, that you want to take, would be any better. And they're like denying that your action, your way of doing things would bring the results that would be the same or better. And they believe that your ideas are like too far out of reach, and that the way that you want to do it is just not. It's like they think that it'd be a miracle if it worked out. And this Hanged Man energy, the Hanged Man is about reflection and seeing things in a different way. And I totally feel like it's not in, even though the card is not in reverse, and look at, there's one blue eye and one green eye. I I feel like that's also a message that there's two different ways of looking at this situation. I feel like you want to incorporate some of the things that the King of Wands wants to incorporate in this situation. And I feel like you want to do that. I don't even feel like you want to like change everything. I feel like you do want to incorporate the ways of the family and the way things were, or the way things have been. But I also feel like you want to add your personal, a unique perspective to it as well. With this Hanged Man being 12, that breaks down to 3. It's about expression, and I feel like you're fighting to express yourself. And I feel like the Hanged Man is also insinuating that you're trying to see things in a new perspective as well. I mean, you're also willing to, you know, it's like I said, you don't want to change everything. And I feel like in this card, this Hanged Man is not calm. He's like going crazy there, trying to break himself free. That's a different, unique perspective of the Hanged Man as well. So I feel like that's how you feel. Like you've been going crazy trying to prove yourself that things could work out both ways for both of you. And that you're just, it's like you feel like you're fighting a never-ending battle. I feel like this Hanged Man, though, does have original meaning as well. I think it's telling you that you need to take a moment. Impossible things, working through disbelief, your oracle card. I think it wants you to take that moment to figure out how you can get past this energy of this King of Wands and break through to this King of Wands and make this King of Wands see your side of the story. See your side of the solution. Yeah, I definitely feel like the Hanged Man serves a dual purpose in this reading. Pointing out that, yeah, it isn't easy, and your child spirit wants you to remember that your child spirit is hanging there with you. Now I'm going to remember that always. Your child spirit's like, hey dude, I'm here, look at me, I'm here to help you. Let's see if I can get it better. I'm looking at it myself and not, well, it's kind of hard to see, but it's really cute. Maybe if I just leave it there you can focus in on it. But it's like, I feel like your child spirit is with you. It's like you haven't lost your complete child spirit for sure. I feel like you actually may be one of the piles that has a good connection with your child spirit. And that's why this frustration comes through. Because you've always been able to keep that intuition with the divine. The High Priestess card is of intuition, and children, I think, have more intuition than we know they have. And I think they there's this knowing that's in children that we just lose as adults. And I think you haven't completely lost that. I think you're one of the piles, as I said, that actually has a connection to your child spirit. That spark, that energy, and I think that that's why you're fighting so hard, and that's why there is so much angst in this process. But I have to point out again how cute this is. So this even there's even child spirit within here, even in this 5 of Cups, even in this emotional 5 of Cups, about feeling abandoned and kicked out of the kicked out of the discussion. This Five of Cups is like joyful. It's like, I'm just going to spit out all your hateful comments and your negativity. And I'm going to do it with little rainbows as well. And then I'm going to dance on top of it. This is one of the happiest Five of Cups I've ever seen. That's why I also feel like there's a lot of child spirit left within you, as well as this intuition is key. I feel like you have a strong intuition. And so with that child spirit and that intuition together, that's why it sometimes can be frustrating, because I feel like you also are very strong, like this King of Wands, and you also, well, you came from this King of Wands, so you obviously have that energy. And you have this fairy and this fairy dust here as well. So look at, you could make a little manifestation, stick it in a jar of fairy dust, shake it up. Like you could have a little ritual with your childlike spirit and work through it. Maybe your childlike spirit is just like wanting you to exude that childlike spirit, like show that within your presentation to this King of Wands. It might help if you can bring that energy with you to the presentation to this King of Wands. It might make a release on that King of Wands, like, you're so right, look at you, you're so cute. You know, I mean, they might just be like, you're so funny. And okay, you never know. If you come to the table like a bull in a china shop, it's not going to work out. And I don't think that you're like that anyway in this reading. But I think that if you could exude more of that childlike innocence and present it in a way that is more youthful and childlike, but I mean, obviously not, well, yeah, I mean childlike, not like naive, but happy, a happy disposition, a childlike disposition, and well, what do you think about, we try it in small steps? I mean, maybe if you can move it in small steps, you'll eventually get what you want. Even if you can just get that one small step, you just have to break past that one small step. And I think that the childlike spirit being incorporated in that presentation is going to be helpful in this case. It won't look immature and naive if you present it properly, right? So, impossible things, which also means can be possible. So, I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and actually, I don't know why I've waited so long to use these cards. They're actually really cute and funny and bring a whole different perspective into the reading. And I hope that you have a beautiful, blessed week, month, year, and we will see you back again. I'm going to do another one of these. Actually, I have my next decks ready, and I will probably do it soon. So like and share this post, please. Thumbs up, like and share. I never say that, but I should be. So anyways, have a beautiful, blessed week.